This is a how-to on changing the battery in a Samsung Galaxy Tab 3 10.1. Now this can be the GT-P5210 or the P5220 or possibly the P5200. So they're the ones that you should be able to watch this video and just follow it through to change your battery. So first things first, getting replacement batteries for these it's easy, but you probably will not be able to get an original battery. There's just too many fakes. There are telltale signs to spot for, but you can't go to Samsung's site and buy a replacement battery. These things are too old now. So your best bet is to buy off eBay or Amazon and obviously see how the battery goes. As you can see, this one all looks quite authentic. This isn't advertised as an actual Samsung replacement battery, so there's no Samsung logo on it, as you can see. There's no actual, I don't think there's any date. What's that, original? That doesn't really mean anything. A hologram sticker could be anything. So let's crack on with this. What you do get is a bag of bits. Now, the things to look out for in here that will be handy for you are possibly that for pushing down on the back and pulling off, the screwdriver for getting the screws undone within the tablet. These levers, plastic levers, keep these after you've done this job because they really come handy for taking covers off things and not like breaking the plastic at all, gouging it with a traditional screwdriver. And these as well, these are good. So this one is actually on its, I think it's third battery. So what you want to do is first of all make sure it's powered off. So what this one was doing was around 80%, it just switches off, and then when you go to charge it, it starts at 0%. So that's a good indication that the battery is going on it. And as I've taken it off so many times, it could be worth doing it on your one, but just put your fingernails in and see if you can pull this off. I'm going to show you using this tool anyway, but you should, in here, so above the camera is a little indent in the side that should allow you to get in and crack it open. I'm just looking for other points. No, that's got a crack at the bottom. So yeah, so really we are looking at this gap here. So all we need to do is get this tool and basically put it in that gap and then work it round the side of the tablet. It should start clicking like that. You just need to twist this gently as you go round. And then this cover will just come off loose. So you don't really need the socket tool for that. So that comes off, and then we're left inside with all these bits. Now all we're looking to do is pop this battery in and push it into that connector there, but obviously we've got these ribbon cables going across now. Right, so once you've got the cover off, all we then need to do is release these ribbon cables. So on here, the black bit, you just lift it up gently and then that cable pulls out. And it's the same principle for these two up here, these two here. So we lift up and then the ribbon cable just pulls out. We need to do this one, we do it at the same time because of the tape going across. So there we go, that's both of them gone. And then it's just a case of undoing these screws. So let's have a look at doing that. There's quite a few of them, and again just use that screwdriver that came with the kit. Let's pop them there. with the tablet facing down, obviously if it's on a floor, I'm doing it on carpet so it shouldn't be an issue, but you just want to be a bit careful there's no bits of grit or stone on the floor, because obviously you're going to start making a little bit of a mess with the screen and scratching it. So this battery in here is labelled up as a Samsung, which I'm pretty sure it's not. If you do what I've just done, dropping a screw, and you can't really see it, just go like that so it drops out. Before buying batteries, it's always a good idea to check your charger. Try a different charger with the tablet, because chargers can sometimes go a little bit wrong in that they just can't put the same output out, or you can have USB cable problems, connector problems. These connectors here, they can get quite a bit of fluff in them, and that's worth just blowing out. If you've got an air duster, great, but if not, just blow it with your mouth. Equally, if you have got one of these tablets and you've bought it second hand and you think you're the first one to replace the battery, have a look round for any screws that are missing. There's one missing on this, but I bought this from new, so I know it was me. But it could be worth also just writing a date on the new battery. At least then you know how long it's lasted for. But yeah, there's so many fake batteries out there, it's unbelievable. Right, let's lift this up carefully. It's a bit fiddly. Is there any points I can... There we go. Let's put the screwdriver in the screw hole of the battery. Now these just normally just lift up like so. Okay, so that was the connector. It just lifts up. So yeah, being the old battery, obviously, well, marked up as Samsung, capacity is the same, serial number stuff's the same in that, but there's no Samsung thing on it. But yeah, read up. There are ways of identifying copy batteries, but for the purpose of this, we just bought a random. Okay, so let's push this back in here, line it up, push down, that fits. Lift the ribbons up and then try and fit it. This seems to just fit. The trouble is they're two batteries taped together for capacity, I guess, so it's not a great fit, but it goes in. I think what we'd do, we'd put the screws back in before securing the cables, because we want the battery properly seated before putting the cables in. So let's just get going on all of these. Another tip is keep the old battery, because sometimes you can do this and it isn't the battery. It can be other problems with the tablet, so don't chuck the battery away straight away. Keep it, and then obviously if things improve and they're great for a week, well that's it, then you can get rid of the old battery. But if problems persist, I would keep the old battery as a backup, and then obviously go through looking at the chargers, the USB cables. You can get apps as well which will tell you how many amps these things are charging at, which that's quite a good indication in itself, just so you can see what's going on. So we're nearly done on screws. If you have got a set of screwdrivers and you've got like a small, very small one, maybe use that. This is alright, but it's not the best. As you can hear the screwdriver jumping in the screw. because you don't really want to be pushing down too hard on these things. Right, 3 screws left. So this is a fairly easy job. You can pick these tablets up off the bay, and people just reporting battery problems, or they don't, the charge doesn't last, and you can pick a tablet up fairly cheap, but it is a bit of a gamble. And even then, people tend to know what they're doing, and they're bidding on these things anyway, so the chances of getting a mega cheap tablet are quite low, but it's worth thinking about. Right, we've got 1 screw left. So that top one was missing before. Sorry, that one, I'll put one in there. That one's missing. Let's put one in here. You probably can get these screws from somewhere, or just take them off another tablet. Right, we are done with the screw job. So now it's a case of popping these ribbons in. So we want all the lids lifted up, and then we just want to push the ribbon in. I might put this back on the floor because it's quite fiddly. There we go. They want to go in all the way, or as far as they go. And then when you're happy with that, just close that down. That, and then push that tape back over. That helps retain the ribbon cable in its position. These ones, again, we need to line up both of them because the tape's joining them both. If it gets too fiddly, just take the tape off and just do one at a time. But that's in. This one isn't going in. Right, I'm taking that tape off, it's getting too annoying. We use it, just pop it to one side. Right, and then gate down, and that one, gate down, taped, done. So just look at it, make sure your screws are all right, and then we want to put this back plate on, and that is just a case of lining everything up, specifically the camera and the indents to the side bits here, and then just push it shut, go round. You'll find when you do the first pass it won't click everything. If anything's resisting, take the cover off again, like say if that was resisting, closing, pull it all off again, start again, because you shouldn't need to put a lot of force into this, and if you are, it's not aligned properly and you'll end up breaking or bending tabs. Second pass, things are still clicking into place. Right, that's about it. Then obviously the test is to switch the thing on. And the first few uses of it, just give it full charges. So that's the switch on. These need to go down your local recycling centre, don't stick them in the bin. And these tools, keep them, because something else might go wrong with your tablet, and it's really handy to have these to get into the tablet. Right, 67%, okay. Dates and that always reset. When it gets back on the internet, it'll put the date right. So, right, I'm happy with that. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and if you've got any questions, fire them away. I normally answer them fairly quick, and hope you enjoy watching the video. See you on the next one. Bye.